And then I'm going to share my screen. So please tell me in the chat what company you are with. And anytime I ask for like any sort of participation for you to share your goal or anything like that, please stick that in the chat. And like I said, I will go back and look at those at the end. Oh, that didn't save. Weird. Okay, well, this was supposed to say masterclass. We're already off to a good start. Okay, share. Nope. Present. All righty, let's rock and roll, ladies. So like I already mentioned, Camille, I already know, so I won't necessarily go back through that portion of my introduction, but I'm Lindsay Dowlinger. I've been a network marketing coach. Some of you might know me from the Social Selling Sisterhood. It's my podcast and my free group on Facebook. So if you're not in there yet, make sure you get in there. And I just really realized as I was going through my network marketing journey, how much I really loved sharing and coaching. And again, honestly, really just sharing with women what was working for me, what was working for other people, and bouncing ideas off of other people. I actually met Camille in a couple mastermind groups that we have been in together. And it's just something I think really magical when you get a group of women together. So that's really where I got started with the Social Selling Sisterhood and, just sharing with everyone. So people in my sphere with the Social Selling Sisterhood and my group, my tribe of women want to have more success. Attracting clients can be a huge challenge, but it's not something that we want to give up on because clients are kind of the bread and butter of our business, right? You maybe want to go full-time in your business or at least earn that sort of income while being a stay-at-home mom, while working. So I mentioned I'm a full-time high school Spanish teacher. So I still work a full-time job plus do my business. And because of that, I know the importance of having a solid strategy and system to grow your business, to build your business. And that's really what I have kind of honed in on. So I do want to talk about something about that at the very end. So make sure you stay to the end. And due to time, I'm not going to go through that again, because I feel like you all know me already. So a little bit about network marketing industry. Ladies, these last, what do we have? 6-7 weeks of the year. It's really 6 weeks now, can do some massive things for your business, not only for sales, but for that momentum into going into 2022. So I want you to kind of keep that in mind. Like, I feel like sometimes we can get to, I'm already thinking Black Friday, and we're going to talk about Black Friday tonight or about certain holiday sales. But in the back of our mind, I want you to still be thinking about 2022, because what you do now is going to be what builds your business for next year. And everything we do in network marketing is kind of like a 30, 60, 90-day cycle. So as you're listening to some of the ideas that I'm going to share with you, I want you to keep that in the back of your mind, that if you weren't doing some of the, the relationships side of your business as much as maybe you could have been doing, these results might not be as much as someone who has been doing that all along. And that's totally fine. We're all at different places, but remember these ideas. That's why I gave them to you in a workbook, so that next year you can go back and pull this back out and plan out in advance and start even earlier. So I want you to remember, ladies, you are capable and deserving of massive success. You are stronger than you think you are. You can do the hard things. You are not an exception to the rule. You can make it in our industry and make a huge impact. And you are an expert in your experience. So I don't want you to compare yourself to other people on your team, in your industry, because there is no one who is like you. Like, people buy with me because they connect with me. People buy with you because they connect with you. And we are all so different. Even just the women who are on here tonight, we're all so different. So you are the expert in your own experiences, and we get to really share those. So the number one, I'm actually going a little bit out of order from the workbook, but the first thing I like to do is think about our goals. What are your goals? And, this is a holiday sales masterclass, but like I said, goals for 2022, I think we get to think about those as well. But what are the things that you really want to achieve? It can be a number of parties or events. It can be a sales goal. It can be I would really love to recruit, sponsor 1 or 2 more people on my team. Or maybe your number is higher than that. That's totally awesome as well. So I really want you to think about, what is that end goal that you would be really satisfied with? Like a minimum goal. You're like this has to happen no matter what goal. Then this would be an amazing goal for me to hit. And then like your stretch goal, like I can't even imagine this happening, but it would be really, really cool if it did. So I want you to take some time to do that. You might've done that ahead of time because it was in that workbook. And then what would it mean to you if you hit those goals? So if you hit that minimum goal, what does that mean? How are you going to feel? What's going to happen when you hit the goal that is your ideal goal, is what I called it. So does that mean you can buy certain people gifts? Does that mean that you're going to put down a deposit for your spring break trip? So what does that mean to you to hit those goals, and how amazing are you going to feel? Because when we really start visualizing that and taking ownership of our goals and what it's going to look like when we accomplish them, it's so much easier for us to have the motivation to do the things that we need to do to get there, and to remember in the back of our mind, okay, this is why I'm doing it. I will try to book 1 more party. I will send 1 more message tonight. Oh, this is just a little testimonial. And Camille knows Lisa. I worked with Lisa from the Boss Beauties. She called me the queen of systems. So if you are not aware, systems are totally my jam. So we're going to talk a little bit about the systems and how those are going to come and play in your business. But she's freaking amazing. And that was really nice of her to include that. So 1 business goal, pick 1. I don't care what it is. It can be, like I said, sales driven. It can be parties driven. It can be, new sponsors, new customers driven. 1 thing. And that's the 1 thing we're going to focus on. And it's important to focus on that 1 thing, because when we have our blinders on and we are like honed in, then we get to pick, because, the rest of the year, guys, is going to be pretty packed with stuff, right? It can get pretty crazy. Different holiday things come up. And, so if things come up and they are not aligned with our goals, then we get to say no, or we get to say, okay, I'll go, but, I'm giving myself an hour at happy hour and then I'm coming home, or, whatever it looks like for you. So we get to pick 1 goal. And then we're going to break it down week by week. So this is a little bit easier if you have a sales goal, because you can actually visualize and chunk it down in numbers. But for ease of math, I'm going to say $600, and we have 6 weeks left in the year. So my goal then would be to sell $100 a week. Pretty manageable, right? Especially if you break it down day by day, because that is less than $20 a day. So can I make an order for less than $20 a day if I really tried? I'm sure I really could if I had that as my goal and I knew ahead of time that's what I was going for. So what do you need to schedule in your week to get there? So if I want to sell $100 a week, that probably means I need to have a party a week set up. Okay, so that's 6 parties. So I need to get 6 yeses from hostesses. Or if I want to look at it in the Black Friday realm, maybe then my goal is to sell $300 on Black Friday and have 2 parties the first week in December. That gives me some time, especially if I don't have anything on the book. That gives me a couple of weeks to get some events on the book to make those sales. So you get to be a little creative with this. You get to play around with it a little bit. And you get, your business, what you have been capable of in the past, but I don't want that to hold you back, because just because you haven't been able to get a party booked before, just because you haven't been able to get a new recruit before, does not mean it's not going to happen now if we believe it. And who can support you with your goal? Do you have an accountability partner? We're going to, that's on here as well for mindset. Actually, we're getting ready to talk about mindset, but do you have an accountability partner? Do you have an upline, sideline, someone in the Social Selling Sisterhood group that you want to, check in with? what kind of support can you get with your goal? I really want you to think about that. And what might you need to give up for this goal to happen? And I don't mean this in a like a lack kind of mindset. I mean this more in a, okay, we have the holidays, we have all this stuff going on. So maybe I need to I don't know. I can't think of something I need to give up right now. I'm pretty good about not watching too much TV, but I do watch extra. But maybe while I'm watching a Hallmark movie, I'm also scheduling posts in my group. So I'm able to like multitask a little bit. But again, your personal life and what maybe you could quote unquote give up until you reach your goal. All right, now mindset. 3 things for mindset I want you to keep in mind. Affirmations. If you do not do affirmations yet, I did have a podcast on this because some people, when you're very first getting started with this, it can be pretty overwhelming. Basically, ladies, it's just talking to yourself in a really positive way and wording things. In my opinion, it's like wording things as though they're already happening. I am confident. I am a top recruiter with my company. I am a top salesperson. My customers are so lucky to work with me. So it's just a lot of positive energy, your positive attitude toward you, but also toward, your business. I am really awesome on live video. I am confident. I show up for my business every day. So what sort of affirmations? And I recommend to write down three positive statements a day. Personal development, my podcast is a great one. There's obviously a lot of other podcasts. If you listen to podcasts, there's books, you can read the books, you can listen to the books. So we're in network marketing. I feel like we get personal development kind of shoved down our throat a lot sometimes. So we're not going to spend any more time on that, but make sure you're spending some time getting that in, especially when things get overwhelming and a little bit crazy. And like I mentioned before, find an accountability partner. We did working on mindset daily. And ladies, don't forget, building confidence is, confidence is the sexiest thing a woman can wear. Really. No one cares about the fancy clothes or anything else if you have a smile on your face and you believe in yourself. So make sure that is showing to other people. Okay. Things to get on our calendar now. And these are so important because I have found that when other things start piling up, my business gets pushed to the back burner. And that is not our goal for 2021, 2022, none of the years. So make sure we schedule in our non-negotiables, our appointments, day job, personal time, holiday things, parties, time to shop, time to wrap presents, time to meet up with your friends for happy hour. Your business also gets to be scheduled in. So I like to do a power hour. I do power hours by myself. I do power hours with my team. And so that power hour time gets scheduled in at least twice a week. And then I actually have another time I record podcasts. So mine looks a little bit different. The thing I found when my business was really booming and growing super quickly was I was doing more power hours. So it was intentional time where I was focused on either one task or a list of tasks that always involved connecting with other people, creating good content, and following up. Like those are the 3 main areas. And I don't want to get too far off of here. So, showing up everywhere, being visible, getting in your stories. So that was something that when I did this, like a longer version of this class a couple of weeks ago, I had everyone say, I commit to showing up daily. And if we can get into that mindset, and some of you maybe already are doing that, even myself, like I said, I was at Disney World this past weekend and I'm pretty good about when I'm there, I'm not on my phone a ton. And I was thinking this morning, I'm like, wow, I didn't do a post yesterday. Like I need to go on and make a post. I was in my stories. So I was still showing up for my people in my stories, but different people look at your wall versus your stories versus your lives versus your Instagram versus Facebook. So showing up at least one post a day and really starting that now, like, no, don't overthink what you're posting, anything like that. Just make sure people are seeing you in your face. Okay, let's see. Planning lives. So my goal for all of my clients who I work with is doing at least a live a week. And if you're a party plan business, at least getting a party a week. And the way that, well, first for lives, again, don't overthink your live video, especially now. If you know what you're going to do for your Black Friday sales, or you figure that out tonight, you can start teasing that a little bit, but you can do things that are completely non-business related as well. With parties, starting with talking to people now who are on your list for asking about Black Friday or asking about a party in a week or two is a really good idea. So building those connections, commenting on their posts, their stories, but not mentioning your business quite yet. Okay. And then just do it. Blinders on, girlfriend. We talked about consistency and results. Okay. We talked about lives. If you are a product-based company who does samples, your goal this week should be trying to get as many samples out as you can. So one thing that I really love to do for samples is story posts. So in my stories, I'll do a picture with my product and then I'll ask, have you ever tried whatever it is? And then you can have one for yes and no. So that would be a good way to reach out to people who have not tried yet. You can also then the next day, different picture, preferably one with you and your face in it, different picture. And then, ask, I'm sending out free samples today. Would you like one? Yes, no. And I would say 9 times out of 10, I at least get one new person every poll I put up. So I try to do polls, putting out and offering samples at least 3 times a week, because we want to get as much of our product in people's hands as possible, because next Friday is Black Friday, right? Yeah. Not this coming Friday, but next Friday. I would really do these polls really heavy, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You could also put up a static post on your wall about it. If you haven't done one offering samples in a while. Very last thing, and this can be with videos, this can be with posts, is just start thinking about, and I put it in here in your workbook, add value. So what can you educate about? Anything to do with your product or your service or your brand. If you have your brand nailed down, what can you educate about? What can you teach about? I can share a testimonial about a certain product, or maybe you have a customer in mind who would love to share how amazing your products have made them feel. Like, those are huge. That can be a screenshot of a message. You can even say, hey, would you text me a 2-sentence testimonial about your experience with essential oils? And they would respond back, oh yeah, girl, I'm sleeping so much better. Whatever. And you can screenshot that, put it in your stories. If they're a rock star, you could ask them to make a short video. That might make some people uncomfortable, but like, if you're doing makeup, a video would be freaking awesome. If they were like, I'm absolutely in love with this mascara. My eyelashes have never looked so good. Thank you so much, Arlene, for introducing this to me. That would be an amazing video. And then you could put that on your personal wall. You could put that up in your stories. You could put a poll on top, you know what I mean? And you can keep using that stuff over and over again, ladies. So don't think just because you have posted someone's testimonial once that you can't post it again. Keep that in a folder on your phone or your email or whatever, and pop those suckers up as much as you can. Because those testimonials, when people see that other people, especially if it's people that they know, or if it's something really personal and they're able to put your name in that testimonial and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I do kind of want to try that, what Lindsay's been talking about. So, and then demos. If you are someone who can do a demo on someone. So Camille, say you got with a friend and you were doing a live video of putting her nail strips on her, and you were just like talking back and forth while you were doing it. I know COVID kind of makes that weird right now, but that would be really cool. And people watch stuff like that. Like, I love watching women put makeup on. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, ooh, what's she doing? Or I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been putting on mascara wrong my whole life. Like, what? So people like watching those sorts of things. But pepper them in, don't do it every day, all the days, but these are just some ideas for your content right now. All right, ladies. So let's talk about, these are ways to pull it all together. But we're going to go ahead and talk about the sales idea. So if you have your workbook printed, you can follow along. If not, you'll get this recording as well. So my pages are out of order. All right, here's just some ideas. These obviously will work better for some companies than others. But these are all things that I personally have done before in a variety of different companies in a variety of different ways. So creating bundles. Bundles are really awesome because it helps you sell more of your product. So if you can put together bundles, give them a fun name, or do limited quantities of them. I have 2 of this bundle available, 1 of this bundle available, comment below. Those work really, really well for me. So bundles are amazing. Number 2, teaming up with other businesses. So you can do this in a lot of different ways. I have done a spa party where I've had my product with a complementing product that we're not competing against each other. And then we both invited our friends and it was in a Facebook event. I have created I've done bundles with other people's products as well. Again, check your policies and procedures for all of this stuff if you're able to do that. Or like if you buy $20 from me and something comparable from my friend, $15 from my friend's business, both of these linked, comment below when you're done, and we will send you, an upsell thing. We will send you a glass nail file and some essential oils or, whatever it might be. I've also teamed up with other businesses and done my own, what do they call it? Like a multi-vendor event online. This takes a lot more planning. And I have to be honest, I don't know that my results were worth all my time that I put into it, but I definitely think it depends on the group of people who are in it and all, lots of factors. So that's another idea. Number 3, I love this idea, and I do this year round for different things. Offer an exclusive discount to your loyal customers. So you might call them VIPs. You might call them, they might have a certain status with you or a beauty membership or something like that. But this can look like doing it in a whole VIP group. This could look like you just reaching out and handpicking people who are your top 10 buyers, your top 10 contributors in your Facebook group, different things like that, and offering them discounts or like, hey, I wanted to let you know I'm running a special offer. If you buy 5 XYZ on my website, then I'm going to send you 3 for free. Number 4, creating a value add. So this is just like adding something in. So if you spend $50 on my website, so I'm going to use Color Street for an example because I'm really familiar with it. Your top order on Color Street is usually $39. So that would be like our 3 most expensive sets that they have. So a $39 order. So a lot of times I would be like, but if you spend $50, I will send you a pair of leather earrings that my sister made, a glass nail file, and a set on me. So then that is having them add at least one more thing to their cart and is making my commission a lot more. So you get to kind of, play around with that, what feels good to you. But figure out that number, what's your average customer order? If it's $50, then maybe you want to say, if you spend $60 with me, I'll throw in something extra to encourage them to add one more thing to their cart. No matter what you do, create a Facebook event. So especially for Black Friday sale or, something kind of big, make sure you create a Facebook event in your group, but also, if you can do it, one on your personal wall and make it public, those are huge as well. Whatever you're able to do, but that way that you can invite people to the event and they will get a notification also on Facebook. Number 6 is steal a deal. This would be a temporary pop-up. And I've seen, this is kind of like a mega party. I think mega party's on here a little bit later, maybe. Lots of times this is with groups of people and everyone will kind of donate prizes or will donate certain products. And you, like Rodan and Fields does this a lot because I've participated in one. And they were like, we have 10 of these. I don't even remember what it was. Eyelash serums available and they were discounted. And so I'm thinking that the leaders probably donated a lot toward that, or people donated money to make the products less for customers, basically to try them out for the first time and or reward their loyal customers. So again, if you're just now getting planning for Black Friday and your holiday sales, I'd probably skip that one just for this year, because it's a little bit more planning. And it's, it's a team thing, not just your individual one. Number 7, deal of the hour. So I have done this. I really liked doing it. The only downfall with deal of the hour is you need to make sure you're available for when people are messaging you and asking you for clarification about stuff. So it kind of depends. The past 2 years, I have done a deal one deal every 4 hours. So I posted one at midnight on Black Friday, 4 a.m., 8 a.m., noon, 4 p.m., 8 p.m., midnight was like a last call. So I did it like that because I didn't want to be glued to my phone all the time, like the entire day, in case something didn't post or whatever. But also it was more difficult for me with my back office to see exactly what time people ordered. And some people were like, well, I ordered at this time and it didn't look like it was that time for me. So I found it a little bit easier to do in like 4-hour chunks. But this is just a day, a deal of the day. And this creates urgency. Some people let people know what the deals are going to be ahead of time. I never did, because I'm like, lots of the Black Friday deals that are like that with big box stores, they don't let you know in advance. So, if you buy from midnight to 4 a.m., maybe I sent you a $5 coupon in the mail or your email. And then 4 a.m. to 8 a.m., I added in a free bonus mystery set when you place an order. And so I made some of them really, really awesome. And some of them were just, okay. And I have had women buy multiple times during those sales, by the way, to get them. But create some urgency about that. And with all of these ladies, you get to really hype them up and be really pumped about them. So like start teasing them now, like, guys, we have some really cool things happening in this group next week. Make sure your notifications are on. Make a cute cover photo for your Facebook group if you have one, or your Facebook profile page, directing people to your group. But start doing that stuff right now to get people excited. Free gift with a purchase. Everyone loves freebies. I highly recommend, if you can, make this a product you sell, especially if you are a company where you get free product by hostessing your own parties or things like that. So give away stuff that you already have from your own products, right? 1-day deals. This is another easy way to do it. So maybe you're going to have a deal all day Friday, a deal all day Saturday for Small Business Saturday, another one for Cyber Monday. So you can do them like those as well. Follow up with past customers. So no matter what you pick to do for these sales, make sure you are reaching out to your VIPs, those women who buy from you all the time, or even those women who haven't bought from you maybe in 6 months, 8 months. It's probably time for them to get more product. I mean, maybe they're shopping with someone else, or maybe they're not. Maybe they just keep forgetting to reorder. I do that all the time. So reach out. I mean, I know I really love when I have consultants who reach out and they're like, hey, Lindsay, it's been 4 months since you ordered your mascara again. I wanted to let you know that I'm having this special on Black Friday. Here's the link if you needed to reorder. Like, that's freaking amazing, because then I don't have to try to find this girl's link and whatever. I'm like, heck yes, I need to do that. So I will set a reminder or whatever. So, instead of thinking that you're bugging people or being salesy or spammy, think of it as you're providing amazing customer service by reaching back out to these women and letting them know. Along with that, make sure you are emailing. If you have a customer list that you can email about your sales, make sure you're emailing, because there are going to be so many sales and noise on social media during these holiday sales. You want to be sure that they're at least seeing your email as well. Sell gift cards. And if your company doesn't offer them, you can make one of your own. My big thing with gift cards is making sure that they have an expiration date on them and are super clear. So, this is a $35 gift card for person's name to use on my website, or, must message me privately to use by January 31st, 2022, Like anything that you can think of might come up, probably will. So make sure that it is on there in writing so that it's just really, really clear. If you know what your company is running, try to think of how you can spruce those up a little bit. So maybe your company comes out with a special product on that day. And some companies, you don't find out, which is totally fine. But even when you do, maybe you find out like on a Wednesday, next Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, what your company is offering. Then think of ways that you can spruce that offering up to make it easier for you to just like tag on to that one anyway. And then make a list of anything you could offer. So I want you to really think about, okay, because we don't want you to lose money on these sales. Like that's not the point of it, right? So really think, okay, if I get 30% commission and my average sale is X amount, then I make $10. So I don't want to give away any more than 5. Okay. So really start thinking about that. And one of my favorite things that I do for my customers and clients when I do specials is either 1, give away product that I already have, or 2, give like $5, $10, whatever off of orders for future orders, for next month's orders, because we know that January can be a slow month, right? In direct sales, those J months. So I love doing that in December. Like I'm throwing these out like candy, like $5 off your January order. Some people don't use them, but some people do. And then I just Venmo them a $5, $5 when they place an order on my website. And that gets my PV up for January. So kind of keep that in the back of your mind as well. For your VIPs, past hostesses, your people who are really supportive of you, offer them a sneak peek, like, hey, maybe you put them in a Facebook group all together, or maybe you do it individually, but I want to give you first dibs at this. It's going to be available to everyone on Friday. I want to make sure you knew it. That's going to make them feel super special and even more loyal to you than they already are. Another thing you could do is the more they buy, the more they're discounted. So, if you buy five or more, then they're this price, they're $10 each. If you buy six to 10, they're $5, whatever. So the more you buy, the more they're discounted. That's another fun way, especially if you have stash you're trying to get rid of. Secret messenger sale. This has been really huge with the Color Street world the past, almost the past year, honestly. This basically is where you make a Facebook event, tell women, you have to click going to this event in order to be put into this Facebook chat, put all these women in this Facebook chat and say, okay, from 6 a.m. to noon on Black Friday, I'm going to be posting nail sets and the price of them. Comment if you want them. So, and you go through, this is usually your stash. You go through your stash, your inventory, and pick out what you have and say, okay, I have 3 of this set for $7 each, and people comment on them. So that is a way you can sell in the messenger. We talked about bonuses. Another thing you can do is a raffle. So anyone who orders on this day, during this time, over this weekend, gets entered into a raffle of your products. Maybe you're doing some collabs with some other people, would be really cool. The thing with raffles, you have to be careful. You have to have a way that people can get a raffle ticket even from not buying. So maybe it's one raffle, you get one raffle ticket from, commenting on a Facebook post, and then you get 10 if you buy something. So it's obviously the odds are a little better if you actually do buy. Remember booking specials and signing up specials if you're allowed to do that. So what can you do? We have this if you want to buy from me on Black Friday, but if you want to book a party to be held the first week in December, I'm going to double your incentive, or I'm going to something else. So don't forget that if you're able to do booking specials as well, because those are really, really awesome. And you're going to attract those women that want to help you grow your business and also really love your products. We talked about selling to your email list. I've done a coupon code just for people who are on my email list, because I do know there are people who unsubscribe. I did this one time last year and it went so well. I did a sale just through my email list. And I said, hey, email list, thank you so much for being on it. If you order through this link by this day, I'll send you, 3 extra nail sets or something. I was trying to hit a big goal. I forget what it was. I got so many orders, and I just put up one post in my VIP and said, check your email for a special offer from me. Then that's all it said. And then all my women who had unsubscribed from my list, I was like, well, you shouldn't have done that, should you? So I did really great with my email sales. So I should probably do that again, actually. Another thing you can do that's super fun, offer to do personal shopping for people, whether that is for someone for themselves personally, depending on what your industry is, or some, gifts. Start advertising right now in your stories on your wall. Hey, husbands, I can help you get the perfect whatever for your wife. You can also ask your VIPs, hey, if you want me to send a message to your husband with your wish list, let me know. Fill out this Google form. You can have a cute little Google form where they put the husband's email, husband's name, the wife's name, what they want. And that works for siblings. That works for all kinds of people too. People shopping for their mom, their dad, sons shopping for their moms. And don't forget, in Instagram, if you have an active Instagram account, if you share things in your stories now, you can add a link. So you can link to products. Yeah, Arlene's like, yes, I love it. I love that freaking feature. You can add a link to your products, your sample site, if you have a sample site, or a form to collect samples, your VIP group. Literally, the possibilities are endless. So use the heck out of that feature while you can. And then let's not just think about Black Friday. Also start thinking about 12 days of holidays, a New Year's sale. And don't forget that you don't always have to discount your products. I think that is something that I really want to stress upon. And this really helped my team's overall volume, was when we switched our mindset from always having to discount to, okay, when you place your normal order, I will sweeten the pot by throwing something else in. Or like I mentioned, one of my favorite ones was the $50. If once you spend $50 on my site, because people normally spend $39, once you spend $50, then I will make something really, really sweet. So I don't think that you shouldn't do sales, but I do think like this shouldn't be something that you are using as a crutch, year round. So make sure you kind of keep that in mind, because we don't want people to get used to our products being discounted, because our products are freaking amazing, right? And that's how we make money also. So spoil your VIPs, spoil your ladies for a day or 2 days, whatever it might be. But then get back to your normal business routine, whether that's booking parties, doing fun things for your customers, and creating those loyal customer relationships is really, really huge. So some final tips, and then I'm going to look in the comments. So I just threw like a lot of ideas at you. So kind of start thinking like which is the one that I'm going to focus on and plan out first. And you can do multiple of these for sure. But what's your one? Like what? And if you know already what your one is going to be, feel free to put it in the chat, because I would love to hear what they are. So what's the one thing that you're going to do? And then when you're going to make your Facebook event, so we're going to make a Facebook event. When will you send your email? Because you're going to send at least one, if not 2 or 3. Like I'm planning on sending an email the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, teasing people. Then I will probably send one either Thanksgiving night, if I want people to get in on the buying early, or first thing on Black Friday. Again, Black Friday night, and then probably one for Small Business Saturday in the morning. Probably also one for Cyber Monday morning and night. So people are going to be getting lots of emails. Do not overthink sharing the emails. And get started making a couple cute graphics. Bonus points if you put your face in it, ladies. Make sure we get our face in there. You can go into Canva, use the background eraser. It's freaking awesome. Set some boundaries. What are you willing to do to grow your business, and what are you not willing to do? And I had a coach ask me that a couple years ago, and it really got me to start thinking, okay, well, I'm willing to give up my Netflix a little bit. I'm not willing to give up my workout time or give up my time with my family, especially around the holidays. So know your boundaries for sure. That's a really, really healthy thing that we get to do. Talk about the outcomes with your social media following. So like really share your story. What do you love about your company? What do you love about your products? How do they make you feel? Share it and go in your stories first and share it there if you're more comfortable doing that. But really start sharing that. And, that might not get you necessarily a ton more sales right now, but I promise it will down the road. Like that is a huge thing for building the foundation of your business. We're selling the value of our products more than advertising price points. What can they do for you? Add some urgency. We got to have a little bit of FOMO in here, a little bit, and share those testimonials, examples of past customers or clients who got value and results. You're creating curiosity this way. I think I messed up my thing again. Oh, well. So those are, let's see. And I have some testimonial. Okay. So these are testimonials I actually made of some women that I have worked with. So I just made this template in Canva. And then all I literally had to do was copy what she sent me in a message and then like put her picture in. So this is a really pretty, and I have this saved and I use this, guys, in my emails. I use this in story posts. I put it up in my Facebook group. I can repurpose the heck out of this. Poor Jomi's face has been all over for giving me a testimonial. So that's one example. And look, it's literally the same template. So Elizabeth's also a gal who's on my team. She's worked with me with Social Selling Sisterhood. So I asked her for a testimonial and she gladly gave it to me. So I really doubt if you ask people if they'll tell you no. So maybe that's something that you can do as an action step tonight. As soon as you get off of here, get in your mind what you're going to do. Go ahead and ask just for one testimonial from a really good customer or a teammate. So, depending on what your goal is, if your goal is to build a team, ask for something more driven about building a team. So and if you don't have a teammate yet, ask your upline. And she's going to say, Arlene would be an amazing sponsor because she shows up at things. She's going to support you. Like we know that about people, right? Even if you're not in their downline. So share that as a testimonial, because just because she's not your downline doesn't mean she can't give you a testimonial for how you would be as an upline. So ask for a testimonial from someone who's going to support your goal right now. So whether that, like I said, was sales, whether that was customer based. And I do want to invite you all, this was my announcement at the end. I do want to invite you all, if you have not seen yet, that I have the Network Marketing Makeover. It is open and the doors actually close tonight at midnight. It is a 4-week program. We start tomorrow. That's why it closes tonight at midnight. And basically what we are doing is we are completely going over and redoing your social media profile, bio, picture, all the things to help people come to you. Like that was when I felt like I really made it in my business, was when people were messaging me, asking me how to work with me, or they were like, okay, what's this thing that you're doing? And I'm like, oh my gosh. Or people message me and were like, okay, I'm ready to join your team. And I'm like, what? I've never even talked to you about joining my team. Why do you want to join my team? It was because my social media profile was awesome. So first things first, we're doing social media profile makeover, ideal client makeover. So really figuring out exactly who our ideal client is. It is not just all the women. It is not just anyone with fingernails. It is not just anyone with skin that can put makeup on, right? Branding makeover. So figuring out what you can talk about in your content, and then selling. We're going to make over our selling. And then we have 2 awesome bonuses as well. It is the network marketing. No. I'm saying that. That's the name of this one. Foundations of Social Selling course that I did in the spring. And that's a $200 value. We go really in depth to a lot of those things that I already mentioned there. And then my direct sales done right planner and tracker system, which is also freaking amazing. And it's reusable. So it's also over a $200 value. So that we start tomorrow. Let me know. Yeah, I want this to be you on my testimonials when I do this class again. This is the link for that. And I can also put it in the chat, and then I'm going to go to the chat actually. And I can also send this to you all, but let me know what questions you have. Like I said, I know I went super quickly. Oh, I went way over too. Jeez, I knew I couldn't do it. And I knew half an hour was lofty. Thanks for hanging in there with me, ladies. Okay, here is the link to that. And I do have a payment plan one as well. It's not on there. So let me know if you want that. It's $99. So it's not like a $4.99 and $9.99 like a lot of other coaches offer. So it's a lot more affordable. Thank you, Arlene. That is so sweet of you to say. Private groups are great, but we also need to see it in our open public page to get more coverage of people. Yeah. So that is another huge thing, Arlene, that I have seen a lot with women when they weren't growing like they wanted to, was they were posting and having this really awesome VIP group, which is great, but you have to be posting on your personal profile and making things public so people can see you. Absolutely. I do one on my profile and maybe a couple on my group page. I always ask my customers to pop a photo in the group. Yeah, that's so smart. I do demos of how to do nail dips. Love that, Camille. So true. You have to do it out. The outcome is so different. I used to think that yeah. Yes, say them out loud. Agreed, Arlene. It's being consistent that helps with comfort. It is. I love that. I would have rather like stuck a fork in my eyeball than go live talking about products or, sharing about social selling before. And now I really love it. It's so true. Partners are super helpful. Yeah. Camille, did you get you didn't have to have the workbook done, but you did get it, right? Okay, cool. No, you don't have to do it ahead of time. But definitely go back through now that we have done this, mark out your 3 positive statements, your goal setting, and it's all check boxes there. So you can just check all the things off and highlight. And like I said, maybe you want to do, unique color street. Maybe you want to do a nice blend of a few of those, or, you want to say one for spring break or New Year or, something like that. Awesome. Does anyone have any other questions or comments? Well, thank you all so much for being on here. I really appreciate this. Like I said, I will send this recording out. So you should get it, especially since you guys all got the workbook. So I should have everyone's email address saved. And happy selling, ladies. You got this. I know you're going to freaking rock it. Show up, do the things every day, and your business will have nothing to do but grow. I promise. All right, ladies, have a great week.